Hello, myself Ramesh Mandari from Department of Pharmacy Practice, Kelly College of Pharmacy, Belgavi. Today we are here to learn about clinical pharmacy. So these are the contents of my presentations. So first of all, we'll see the definition of clinical pharmacy. Then we'll understand how this clinical pharmacy in India developed over the time. And finally, we'll conclude the session with scope of clinical pharmacy. So without getting delayed, let's get started. When people will hear the term pharmacist, how they will see us? Well, most of them will feel pharmacists are persons who will dispense medicines or who are responsible for measuring the medicines or weigh the medicines, or sometimes they will consider pharmacists as businessmen who will look after their medical shops, or they can compound the medicines. So apart from these roles, nowadays many other roles have been played by the pharmacist. Like for example, you can say clinical pharmacist, community pharmacist, hospital pharmacist, etc. So in today's class, we'll understand the clinical pharmacy. So to understand that, we need to know about clinical pharmacy first. So according to American College of Clinical Pharmacy, they have given two definitions of clinical pharmacy. Those definitions they have named as short definition as well as long definition. So according to short definition of American College of Clinical Pharmacy, they have defined clinical pharmacy as the area of pharmacy which will be mostly concerned with science and practice of rational medication use. So according to long definition of American College of Clinical Pharmacy, clinical pharmacy is a health science discipline in which pharmacists will provide patient care which will optimize the medication therapy and promotes health, wellness and disease prevention. So these two definition is given by American College of Clinical Pharmacy. So now coming into the development of clinical pharmacy in India. So this first degree of pharmacy has started in Banaras Hindu University, which was established under the leadership of Professor Mahadev Lal Shroff. So it's been 75 years now. The first pharmacy degree has been started. So during that time, a statutory body established which will control the standard of the pharmacy profession, now known as Pharmacy Council of India. So in 1948, Pharmacy Act was drafted by the Pharmacy Council of India. So first education regulation was developed in 1953, where diploma in pharmacy is the minimum qualification required to practice pharmacy in India, irrespective of the setup. That means the setup may be either community setup or community pharmacy, or it may be hospital setup called as hospital pharmacy. So later these education regulations were subsequently revised in 1972, 1981 and 1991. So traditional pharmacists are mostly oriented towards pharmaceutical industry because their educations as well as practice was mostly related to the industry side. Hence these traditional pharmacists were employed in the area of production, formulation, quality control and marketing. And as we all know, after thalidomide tragedy in 1960s, the medications were responsible for causing unnecessary problems or sometimes unnecessary events. Hence, during 1980s and 1990s, both pharmacy and medical profession acknowledge the consequences of the medicines, like medicine or drug misuse, such as poor health outcomes from drug treatment, antibiotic resistance, increasing number of adverse drug reactions, and economic loss due to the patient health conditions. And these systems or these issues were mostly acknowledged by both pharmacy as well as medical profession. Hence, that during that time, the pharmacist have to assume or has to do he has to take new responsibilities in healthcare, which is remained a problem. So existing knowledge and skills in the area of pharmaceutics, pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmacology, and industrial pharmacy. So to take up those new responsibilities of the clinical pharmacist in India, they have to come up with the different set of knowledge required by pharmacists who are willing to contribute to the patient care. So those will include, first of all, the understanding of subject related to pathophysiology, applied therapeutics, clinical pharmacokinetics, and such skills like patient counseling, drug information services, as well as drug therapy review. So keeping those things in mind, in 1991 education regulation was revised, where there is in 1991 they have added the subjects of hospital and clinical pharmacy, community pharmacy and health education, and drug store and business management in the diploma of pharmacy curriculum. So these subjects were added, but due to lack of teaching personnel hindered the development of clinical pharmacy during that period of time. Later, with the support from overseas academic leaders of the profession, started first Master in Pharmacy Practice program at JSS College of Pharmacy, Mysore and Ooty in 1997. Later, this clinical pharmacy profession or clinical pharmacy degree has started in Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Paramedical Science, Coimbatore, which has its attached hospital, where they have started this clinical pharmacy service in 1998. Later, in 1999, Kelly College of Pharmacy, Belgaum began clinical pharmacy practice and education by using Kelly's hospital as a teaching base. In 2001, similar programs were established by Manipal University through Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Science, Alamin College of Pharmacy, Bangalore, and followed by Annamalai University of Tamil Nadu. So these milestones or progression has started later in Kerala, Government College of Pharmacy Trivandrum, then National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research Punjab also started clinical pharmacy or pharmacy practice in PG during that period of time. So as of 2011, there are 23 institutions which are offering postgraduate program in pharmacy practice. Now recently in 2008, there is commencement of Doctor of Pharmacy program in many institutions and PharmD post-baccalaureate in few of those colleges. So this is the overall development of this clinical pharmacy in India. Now we will look into the scope of clinical pharmacy. So scope of clinical pharmacy mostly divided into 3 or 4 sections. That is, first is at professional level or professional services, or next is community level or community services, or next one you can say as educational services. So looking into the professional services, here we will discuss, or clinical pharmacist has to provide drug information services irrespective of the personnel. Either the drug information services may be provided to the pharmacist or any other healthcare professional, either it may be physician, nurses, or sometimes the patient also. So next professional services will include ward round participation. So ward round participation is nothing but clinical pharmacist should give inputs on the ward rounds related to medications or any therapy or sometimes the disease related instructions. So next, the information about new drug. If any new drug has been developed, so information about new drugs has to be circulated by the clinical pharmacy in the clinical setup. So next, the clinical pharmacist will be having main role in patient counseling and advice on individual patient management. So apart from these professional roles, there are much more roles which can be played by these clinical pharmacists. So here they can detect and manage the ADRs. So next is they can give inputs on choice of antibiotics, either which of the antibiotics is choice of agents. So those things can be discussed or described by this clinical pharmacist. So later on they can give more informations about dose adjustment in case of special conditions like renal disease or hepatic conditions. So next, dose adjustment to special population, either for geriatric patient or for pediatric as well as pregnant and lactating women. So later they can also find possible drug-drug interaction. So these possible drug-drug interaction is one of the area where clinical pharmacist can have a role. So next role is nothing but preparation of treatment guidelines for or protocols. If any treatment guidelines or protocols in the hospital has to be prepared, then the clinical pharmacist will be responsible for preparation of these treatment guidelines or protocols. So education of nurses about preparation and administration of parenteral drugs. So sometimes the clinical pharmacist can provide education to the nurses or any other healthcare professionals regarding the administration of drugs like parenteral drugs, either which route it has to be given or is there any precautions that has to be taken. So those educations can be provided by clinical pharmacists to the other healthcare professionals like nurses. Later, they have also role in the intervention to reduce medication errors, like they can reduce medications error by providing intervention to the patient. Finally, they can also have role in order to promote the clinical research activities, and they can also support in clinical research activities if any clinical research activities is going on in that hospital setup. So at community pharmacy level, they used to counsel the patients about their medications. So community pharmacy level, clinical pharmacist can counsel the patients related to their medications, disease, or any other matter which is related to the therapy. Or they can identify drug-drug interaction and other drug-related problems in the community setup. So with this, in summary, we can say that pharmacy profession in India is in transition from industry to the clinical oriented. So with this, we'll conclude our session. Thank you for patience listening.